Hello everyone, I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. I'm here for Queen Sugar Season 3, Episode 1. Now y'all, I'm going to try my hardest to stick with this show, because this show, like, a lot be happening, and I had to rewind like 3 or 4 times to make sure my notes were somewhat correct in what was going on. I tried doing this with Greenleaf, I think, last season, and I stopped after a few episodes, but I'm gonna try my hardest with this. But y'all, Kofi Siriboe and his chocolate skin is everything. But then I'm like, this man was born in 1994, and my mind is just like, I'm like, he's a beautiful man with his chocolate skin, but he was born in 1994. I was born in 1985, and just think about that. Wow, before he was born, Darla, aka Bianca Lawson, was on Saved by the Bell, the new class, before he was born. Just think about that. So Nova is in New York City, and like, these ladies, they've contacted her. They like her pieces that she's done, and they want to bundle her essays into a book, about, things that's going on with Katrina, the knife ward, and mass incarceration. They're like, we're, willing to give you a 6-figure advance on your book. This is how serious we are about you. But the suspicious side of me is always, they're like, what y'all got going on? That is one thing about me. Like, I'm very suspicious, and y'all can, like, take that up with my mama. My mama very suspicious too. That's where I get it from. I want to believe, like, okay, they want to, make a book about what she got going on, what's going on in New Orleans, mass incarceration, the knife ward, what happened during Katrina, all that good stuff. But something in me just, like, would not let me believe that they had that, that they was want to do right by Nova. They see her on the New York Times bestseller and everything. I'm like, you know what? She wants to think about it because, I think what Nova is, she wants to stay like a down to earth type of person. Like, I'm doing this for my community, a little local thing, and she don't want to get big to where the people are like, okay, you don't really know the struggle. And I think that's what she has going on here. So Charlie, she made some type of deal with the Landrys, and I want to say like they're partnering with each other, but she wants like 1% of the Landry company. And like, the man is just flat out racist. He wants Charlie to be the face, to keep up appearances. Like, okay, them black folks that's out there working, they took fingers to the bone. They gonna be like, okay, if this black woman is the face of this place, then maybe it's good. But as she was signing that papers, I was like, I needed you to have like the strongest magnifying glass known to man, because that Landry dude looked like he would have had somewhere in the contract to where it's like the size of like not even half, but like the 16th of a piece of salt in there, that I'm taking your company, you sign it over to me. Like, that's what I get for him, that he would do some like crazy mess like that, because I think he would. So y'all, Hollywood and Ava, they talking about their wedding, and everybody got their opinion. But Hollywood, he is so concerned about what's going on with her lupus. I'm like, she know her body, she know when she needs to sit down. But him in his mind, he's like, okay, he's kind of like overprotective of her right now. But he said they want to have a Venice wedding, and they gonna come in on a gondola. Now, I don't know if we're gonna have this in St. Joseph Parish. I don't know where a gondola gonna come in, and we're gonna have them on horse-drawn carriages. Side note, when I was like 4 years old, I was in my auntie and my uncle's wedding, and they had a horse and carriage. This ain't got nothing to do with the show, but every time I hear a horse and carriage, this is where my mind goes. And me, my auntie, one of my other auntie and my brother was like, oh, can we get a ride? The lady was like, okay, we'll ride you to the stop sign. Now, the stop sign I thought she was talking about was way over there. So we get in, and she like goes maybe 5 feet. And it was like, okay. It was an actual stop sign, the actual with the hexagon says stop. right there. I thought we was going over there. I didn't know we was going 5 feet ahead. So every time I hear about a horse and carriage, that's what I think of. But Blue say he want her to have a dress that is blue because he is blue and he is awesome. But Blue, he's going through this. Mommy and Daddy was together. Mommy and Daddy are not together no more because he's going through this rebellious thing where he don't want to listen to Ralph Angel. He's talking back to Ralph Angel. He's angry right now. But I think he's going to get it together. But Charlie says she's going to dig into all of Landry's financials, get everything what's going on the board. She's going to take the company down from the inside, and she's going to make the Landry company hers. Because if y'all don't remember, the reason why their father fought so hard for the company is like way back in, I think it was after slavery. The Landry's family way back then, they didn't have any money. The borderline people back then had some money. It's like, okay, we'll buy this land for you. Okay, they did that. But once the Landrys got a little bit of money, they wanted the money, land back, and they was like, no, this is our land. And they did everything from killing folks and trying to run folks off, and them people, they fought and fought and fought to keep that land. And they daddy worked himself to death to keep that land. So now it's like, okay, we're not going to let all our ancestors hard work keeping this land. We're not just going to give up like that. We the people that say we're going to save this land. So she says she going to make the Landry, that she going to make that her company. Because y'all don't know who y'all messing with. I'm Charlie Bordelon, whatever West, whatever my last name is. So we see Charlie. She at a basketball game. And she sees Officer Orson. Now, y'all remember Officer Orson. He's the one who arrested Micah last year and put a gun in Micah's mouth and pulled the trigger. Now, everything about Charlie said, I will bust your head to the white meat. And I believe that she would have done it had his grandson not been there. She seen the little boy and she kind of stood back like, okay, can't say nothing. Gonna be nice because the little boy here. But she noticed, even though Granddaddy racist and a no good man, this baby right here is talking to Blue, was making a little conversation. Could have been friends. She's like, I spared you this time. But later on, she got a little evidence that Officer Orson, he been out here doing all kind of stuff. Pulling over black folks, young black men, banging their head with Billy Club and leaving them on the ground. So she's like, okay, that evidence you sent me, I want you to leak that to the press. We're going to get him fired. Ain't no way he can justify this. We don't want him, put on suspicion and they look into it and he get a job back. No, he need to go down. So, as the national anthem is coming on, we have a few students who decide to go on the court and take the knee. Then several other people were taking the knee. And they, we always get, when somebody decides to take the knee during the national anthem. Boo, go back to where you come from. And when people say stuff like that, like where I was born in this country, just like you were, if I'm to go back, you need to go back too because your original people were for here too. You know what I'm saying? But they're there to protest, just like Colin Kaepernick's been doing, to protest, question. They're so concerned about people taking the knee. Like the people somebody said this on Instagram or Facebook. People at the concession stand, are they stopping selling hot dogs and beers and all that other stuff? Are they stopping and putting their hand over their heart? Just a question. So, I don't know what to think of Jacob because one moment, Jacob Landry, he's supposed to be helping out Charlie. At one instant, I'm thinking, he's there to help Charlie to take down his family because it's a black sheep. But then on the other side, I'm like, well, that's still his family. He could be feeding them information. I don't know what I get from him. I'm kind of tossed up right now. So, the young people who were protesting, they said they just want their voices heard. they know people or have had family members who have been beaten and killed by the police, and nothing is happening. They figured if we continue to make a noise about it, something will happen. And I think this is what's going to push Nova to want to get her stories out there, to like make people more aware. Like, we know what's going on, but we like really need to know what's going on. We hear about this all the time, somebody getting killed and all these other things. So I think this is what's going to give her push. Now, lastly, I know last season Darlie told Ralph Angel, Blue may not be yours. And he's been dealing with that. And he finally goes to get the test, and he just says, nothing has changed. Kept on saying it over and over again. I'm like, oh, that is going to hurt this man to the core. Finding out the baby that he loved so much, Lil Blue, is not biologically his. I was like, man, don't do this to me. Like, see, this is why I can't be. I want to review this show, but this show be having you doggone. Woo, I'll just be going on. So, y'all, if I left anything out, by all means, in the comment or video response. And like I always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people watching my video. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.